And away we
What's
go.
funny about me, and I don't want to get on too much on religion. I want to
No,
focus on your
for
story,
sure.
but um, depending on the conversation you have with me, I've been accused of being heretic, and I've been accused of being, brainwashed by religion, and I'm very fascinated. I've always been fascinated with religion, and I think that this is a this is a very, very oversimplified statement, but I am a huge proponent of faith, and I am a huge opponent of dogma.
Hmm.
Um, I believe that dogma is the gateway to corruption. Ironically, I think dogma is intended to prevent corruption, but human beings can't help it. It's just what we do.
Hmm.
And but I'm a huge proponent of faith. I think that faith is the anchor. I think it's extremely powerful. And one of the examples I use all the time is my father. My birth certificate father was an alcoholic, and I tell people all the time that Jesus Christ saved my dad's life, and that's good enough for me.
Hmm.
And all I mean by that is that I don't care what you believe. I don't care what I believe. I don't care what you believe or anybody else believes. That faith for my father saved his life, and that's good enough for me.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
so I appreciate you sharing that, because faith in our recovery, faith is extremely powerful. And I want to encourage people, whatever the faith is for them, and I don't mean to discredit your beliefs by
No,
any
no,
stretch of the
not at all.
imagination. But I do believe there's a lot of power in faith if used correctly, for sure.
For sure. And I'll say, as I said, when it happened and I had to anchor to something because I was free falling and it's the worst feeling in the world. And I so I've been walking with the Lord for 20 plus years, right? Never have I done a full devotional. You have these little 30-day devotionals. I got a hold of a 60-day devotional called I Am. And it would be like, I am safe, I am formed, I am whatever. And then, she would give you scripture and whatever. So I would write on my thumb every day. I would do that devotional. I would write that word on my thumb because I needed every day through that time to remember who I was. Because I'm telling you, that DNA experience, I lost who I was. It was
Yeah.
really traumatizing. So my faith was one of the things that I clung to. And I trusted that God would journey with me through that. And it was a really scary time for me, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
We've talked, I've talked about on this show a lot. And for people who haven't experienced, your entire identity is completely ripped out from underneath you.
Yep.
And, what you're able to do is rebuild who you were, and essentially, again, way oversimplified, but essentially into who you wanted to be,
Yeah.
what you saw yourself as. And a lot of my clients that I use, we use visualization. We write out. I have them write out who they want to be when they die. What do they want people to say about them?
Mhm.
They want that conversation to be like, and then engineer that, reverse engineer that, work backwards, figure out the steps from that, and then just start reprogramming ourselves, which is exactly what you did.
Yeah.
Reading your devotionals, using the words, you had the reminders, and it doesn't matter if you're writing on your thumb, if you're using sticky notes, if you're
Right.
putting reminders in your phone. It doesn't matter. It's programming. It's reprogramming, and you mentioned the neural pathways. It's neuroplasticity. It's just
Hmm.
people don't realize that who we are, we've agreed to be who we are.
Right.
We don't realize it was tacit approval. We didn't understand it was happening, but everything as a child that you were told, when we're younger, we just take it for face. I mean, we take it as it's given. Oh, that's the way it is. As we get older, we begin to question a little bit, but for the most part, everything that we are, we've agreed to be this.
Right.
Then, so the beauty for the NPEs, and many of us don't see it yet, and it's hard to see, but the beauty is that we get now we've been forced off the comfort seat, and we're looking at the world the way it really is, but now we have the opportunity to rebuild our lives the way we want it. Before, we just accepted this is who we are and this was given to us, and whether it was that was good or bad, it's just the way it was, and it's not the way it is at all. And you are living proof of that. So I appreciate you sharing that
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for
with
letting me.
everyone. Yeah.